That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad question.
Mr. Taco Bell, Summer Smell, Lakers and 5. Mr. Shannon Sharpe, his future at ESPN is in question. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. His future at ESPN is in question following abuse allegations. Hold on. Let me zoom out. Abuse allegations and bizarre text leak. This was written by Bobby Barack of Outkick. Shannon Sharpe's future at ESPN is in question. Crazy advertisement, by the way. Sharpe, 56, is facing a $50 million lawsuit from an ex-girlfriend who accused him of abusing her in her apartment in October and January. He has vehemently denied the allegations, calling the lawsuit a shakedown. On Tuesday, Sharpe's lawyer said he previously tried to settle with the woman for, quote-unquote, at least $10 million. Disclaimer, some of the shared texts are vulgar and of crazy nature. This week, Jane Doe's lawyer released an audio clip to TMZ in which Sharpe threatens to, you can read the words, but yoke the ish out of the client over disagreement. And while Sharpe's attorney published a series of text messages showing the woman asking for said things, an exchange also included a text from January 2nd showing the accuser telling Sharpe no means no. But I cried when you left because I begged you to put on protection and not to put it in the backside, and you did not listen. The woman who was 19 at the time texted him, I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. Sharpe has since uploaded a video to social media daring the accuser to release the full context and of the two and accusing the lawyer targeting black men. Okay, so there's that. According to the New York Times, Sharpe faces a separate lawsuit in New York filed in 2023. In that suit, another ex-girlfriend accuses Sharpe of abusing during an argument in 2010. Regardless of the outcome of either lawsuit, ESPN sources have expressed doubt that Sharpe will return to the network. The sources reference how ESPN dismissed Michael Irvin, who Sharpe replaced on First Take in 2023 after a woman accused him of misconduct during the week of Super Bowl. What is that? 57. Come on now. 57. Irvin has not appeared on ESPN since, despite Stephen A. Smith campaigning for Irvin's return. Smith, who also serves as an executive producer on First Take, was less adamant about Sharpe's future when discussing the topic on Tuesday. I know, and I can tell you all. I know, and I can tell you all, I spoke to Shannon, not in details, but I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave all of us? I love to tell you, I know the answer to that question, but I don't, Smith said on his podcast. Smith added that he's spoken to ESPN chairman Jimmy Pitaro about Sharpe standing with the company following the lawsuit. Pitaro made it very, very clear that we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking at this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we can, we will go from there. ESPN's decision to hire Sharpe was questionable from the start. His stints at CBS Sports and FS1 both ended unceremoniously. Oh, Lord. Oh, reading fundamental. As rumors surfaced about his temper and demands. Specifically, CBS put Sharpe on leave after a woman accused him of forcing himself upon her. In 2023, security had to separate Sharpe from, okay, this has nothing to do, I don't think so. But okay, in 2023, security had to separate Sharpe from Memphis Grizzlies player Dylan Brooks and John Morant during a verbal exchange at a Lakers game for which Sharpe was responsible for starting. I guess this is just showing that he's an aggressive guy. Last year, Sharpe claimed that he accidentally streamed an Instagram live video in which his followers could hear a woman being intimate with him. Social media users have speculated, who knows if this is true, that Sharpe uploaded the video intentionally in response to Antonio Brown and others accusing him of swinging one way. Either way, it's always something. Sheesh, Bobby did not hold back, did he? While ESPN values Sharpe, hence his $6.5 million annual salary, he only go on First Take about twice a week, ain't it? Goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. Okay, about twice, 6.5 million annual salary. There is a line, especially at Disney, Every few months, Sharpe seems to cross that line. Now he faces a lawsuit where he's accused of forcing himself and unalive a woman of 35 years, his junior. I look forward to presenting the evidence in this case of the judicial process where the truth matters more than the sports icons. Despite desperate public spin, the accuser's lawyer said in a statement to New York Times. In the absolute best case scenario for Sharpe, ESPN will have to answer for the nearly 60-year-old employee threatening to blah, 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 a woman and calling him manipulative as a lover. ESPN did not respond to Outkick's inquiry about Sharpe's future at the network. Okay. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I think this entire situation, what it sounds like from what was coming on Shannon's side, it sounded like that the nature of their relationship was a bit taboo and things of that sort. And all of the alleged kind of things that she's like flipped on him is like something where Shannon thought he was playing the game and she didn't, or she thought that he thought that they were both playing the game, and she was like, I'm recording you, I got you, presented it to the courts, try to get some money, whatever the case might be. Now, salute to, I mean, not salute, but respect and prayers to all real victims and stuff like that. You have to take that stuff seriously. But according to what Shannon put out, and has kind of maintained and publicly put out a lot of the stuff that's just like embarrassing to anybody else, is really saying that like this is just the type of timing that I thought we was on. This was the nature of our relationship. It was a little kind of, I don't know the words to say without yellow mark, inky, inky. I don't know if I can say that, but inky with the K in front of it. You know what I mean? And that was kind of the nature of it. And then she flipped it and it became no longer inky, but real, and gets him in trouble. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I definitely understand. Like ESPN is let go of people and let people go from their network for very, very less reasons. I think what was another thing. It's kind of, you think about obviously Paul Pierce, but people say Paul Pierce wasn't as valuable to the network as Shannon is. I get that. I mean, or I hear that argument. And then, you think about someone like a LeVar Ball who was kicked off of ESPN from appearances and everything like that, just for saying, what was LeVar Ball saying? He said, yeah, I'll switch gears with you anytime, Molly. I'm like, are you serious? That was like what, 2016, 2015, 2017? Like, oh no, they won 2015. It was 2016, 2017. And they what you call them? They banned them from the network for saying that. So, ESPN is definitely like getting rid of people for very, very fewer offenses and less heat on the offenses. I think, like what a lot of people are saying is just like, you play dangerous games, you know what I'm saying? You find yourself in situations like this. At the end of the day, whether or not he's innocent or not, you place yourself in a position as a 50-plus-year-old man, with a teenager at the time, and what I'm saying? There's a lot of kind of just differences there culturally, age-wise, demographic, the whole nine. You played a very dangerous game, bro. I think a part of the whole taboo part of said, man, this is crazy. This is real graphic, but of race, the whole race thing, the whole taboo part of it is, it's like the danger of it because like the historical context behind it of all the ways that those kind of situations went wrong. So it's like you willingly participated in that. We kind of like the thrill of it is like the risk of like, oh, we not supposed to be doing this. You ain't supposed to be saying that. And now you get caught up for why it's risky and why you aren't supposed to be saying that. Both of y'all to each other. Now, hey, you made your bed, you got to lay in it. No pun intended. So, if this is it for Shannon at ESPN, Shannon, that 6.5 is 6.5. But at the same time, Joker still got a lot, bro. Like, I don't know the hit that his content's going to take. I know he did Club Shay Shay with Terrence Crawford, with Bud Crawford today and things of that sort. And a lot of the comments were just like, bro, like, you got a case going on, bro. So I know that's the case right there. And I know But he still got Nightcap every night. He's still got his own network where he has Club 520 and Jeff Teague on the podcast and things like that. So it's like that's still one of the more popular basketball podcasts. Nightcap is one of the more popular like men's entertainment sports shows that come on every single night. And then Club Shay Shay is still probably the most would y'all say Club Shay Shay is the most popular interview show out right now? It might be. Like I know for a fact it was like without a doubt after Cat Williams it was at that time. I'm not 100% just sold on it yet that it still is, but probably for one-on-ones, I think Club Shay Shay still might be it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Shannon will be good regardless in terms of money, but so, I mean, it is what it is. It's unfortunate that he loses a source of income, but he set his career up to where, like, can't nobody, like, stop his shine for real, for real. I mean, would he take 6.5? I'll take 6.5. Yeah, I'll take an extra $6.5 million. Thank you for coming on twice a week just to say Lakers in 5 days a week. Oh yeah, or 2 days a week, whatever the case might be. Yeah, for sure. But that is what it is. So yeah, that's how I feel about that situation, and that is the case right there. So his future is apparently cloudy. Now, so what y'all been waiting for, man?
That steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
one quick
can't
question.
ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.